Snug is an anti-gun violence program where we help to reduce shootings and homicides. The teachers, the trainers, they was actually from the streets. They actually said they felt comfortable going back in a negative that they did in the community. They felt good coming back, changing it, like helping to change the narrative. And the kids actually looked at them for gangbanging. They actually looking at them to change their life now. One of my friends called me and said they're starting this program for people that was credible in the community. And we think that you'll be great for it. Like, they want people that can actually have some influence and actually help the hood. I grew up in Long Island and I got myself involved in gang activity when I was around 17 through 19. I wound up going to prison for assaults and I did 8 years in prison. Every time someone saw me, they thought I was gonna do something negative until I'm like, no, I'm out here to try to actually help. I wanna help people change. And then the kids started gravitating towards me because they actually look for people to show them a direction. They don't wanna be outside and sell drugs. They don't wanna be in no gang and gangbang. They actually want to have a family because most of the gang culture is about family and having camaraderie and having a tribe that you belong to that makes you feel like you're accepted. They're kids at the end of the day. And a lot of times with Snug, it's about anti-gun violence. It's about really doing mediation. They hire us to actually stand in the front of them, find out what the problem is, and actually try to mediate it before they have to do it amongst themselves. People look at them and label them, they have the hoodie on, their pants are sagging, they're regular, they're a thug, they're gonna get in trouble. No, they're not. Sometimes the resources, that's what they can afford. They don't have other money to clean up their outfit. They're really fashionable, our kids. They want to be little models, our kids. But depending on the environment and what's the trend and what they have that they access, you won't know the difference because it's labels put on them. And the environment supports those labels. The worst scenario that I've seen was actually going to a kid's house and trying to talk to them about a situation that I heard was occurring in the neighborhood. And when I got to the house, I seen the conditions of the home. It didn't look like you should live in a house like that. There was no furniture. It looked bad. You could tell that there was no private space for the child. It was a bunch of grown-ups and the kid just came out feeling embarrassed a little bit, that I came because he didn't know I knew where he lived at. And that was really bad because a lot of times we judge these kids based on their actions, but they're not secure in the environments. When I first started doing Snug, coming from the lifestyle, you wonder, how can I do this? How can I get them to believe in me? I had a Crip kid in one zone and I had a Blood kid in another zone. And they had little territorial beef. But I looked at it what are you beefing about? Is it just the gang culture? Is it just the color? And because they both looked up to me, I actually got them together and they both was looking for a job. So when I got them together, I actually let them know, when y'all with me, because that's where it starts. I can't promise who you're around in other places, but when you with me, I'm gonna make sure that you're okay. Y'all can't touch each other, y'all can't hurt each other, y'all with me. So if you love me and respect me, actually respect what we doing right there. And they just looked at each other, no problem, because they wanted to show that they was disciplined, they was young men. I put my hands on both their shoulders at the same time because I'm not picking one side. So that was a big pivotal moment in my life to actually not have to go through a big gang sit down and bring these two young men together and help them get a job. And that's when I seen that what was possible. We send some kids to college. He's our basketball star. He can actually play basketball and close his eyes and make shots all over the court without seeing it. He's amazing. And I keep telling him about all means necessary, you're getting out of here. You're getting out of this town, you're leaving. You have things to do, you have people to impress. You have kids to actually show that they can make it out as well. And he's ready. So right now, that's our shining star. Many kids at many different Snug sites, they actually have great, amazing skills. They have a spirit that needs to be harnessed, that needs to be actually held and protected. And that's what we're doing this for. I was a little girl, I had a dream that I didn't have to wake up the way I was waking up. I didn't have to be in an environment I didn't have to want for anything. And I could still feel good and I could care about people and I wouldn't have to hide myself or feel like something was gonna happen to me. And now my dream is fulfilled. I actually do everything I wanted to do as a kid and I have all the support. It's not just Black people, it's not just white people, it's different cultures that's mingled up helping this problem. And that's the dream. That's what Dr. King really wanted. He didn't want us to be divided or separated. He wanted us to all work on this problem. And I see it fulfilled. That helped my dream. We'll have a part to play in this cycle of changing,